Thank you. Please have a seat. Hi, Amirhossein America Shahri is here with another episode of Late Dark Show. You know, right now, all the people around the world, they are supporting their team. Whether they are inside the Canada, United States, and Mexico, that they are hosting together the World Cup matches, or even they are supporting from inside their own country. You know, in the streets, they go there in big screen, big monitors, TVs, they are watching the games online. For example, like you see Albania, people of Albania, they are in the street, they are supporting their team. Yeah, wait. But Albania wasn't qualified for World Cup though, right? They lost to Poland 2-1. So they are not even in World Cup, so were they outside cheering? Huh? Oh, yes, that's right. They are not cheering their team because there is no team in World Cup. There is no Albania in the World Cup, but they are protesting their government that allowed Jared Kushner, son-in-law of Trump, husband of Ivanka Trump, buying the island in environmentally protected area in Albania. That's crazy, right? You know, right now, Toy Story 5 is out. Like, we are living in era of sequels. In sequels, we see always, they make the movies that most of the times they are disappointing because they are not as good as the original one. So even though the original is good, the sequel is bad. Now imagine the original is bad. What's going to happen to the sequels? If this is the sequel to Epstein Island, Epstein 2.0, if that was the original Epstein Island, that was that crap and mess. Just imagine what's going to happen to 2.0, that already people are not having it. They are showing it. I talked about Jared Kushner. Look at this picture. This picture explains exact situation of America and Americans right now we are in. So this is J.D. Vance, Vice President of United States and Prime Minister of Qatar. They are together talking, J.D. Vance typing, and the Prime Minister is giving some advice, talking to him. And in middle, there should be Jared Kushner to monitor that. So whatever happens, whatever America does with other countries, especially Middle Eastern country, it should go through monitoring of, let's say, Jewish Israelis. Let's put it that way. It reminds me of those kids when they wanted to invite themselves to the other kids' games. My mom said that this game should be played by 3 people. You are 2, so you should invite me. I should play too. It's like, my mom said this peace deal with Iran should happen by 3 people, and I invited myself. I talked about Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law. Let's talk about Trump himself. Something that he's famous for, he keeps bringing up the stuff that they are old and sometimes irrelevant and people are annoyed and they don't want to hear about them over and over. But there's one topic that not only people, they don't get bothered by Trump bringing it up, but they also insist on that. And mysteriously, Trump, the only topic that he's not interested in talking about is the most important one that people are interested, which is his assassination.
Like they said, take a look at what happened.
So everybody has some questions, and some of them they are unanswered. And not only Trump is not interested to bring it up, he brags about everything. The best thing to brag about is the assassination attempt, right? To make you look like a hero. But not only he's not interested in talking about that, he shut down the conversation. Yes, you hear that right. Tucker, when talked with Dan Bongino, the former deputy director of FBI, he said that. Watch this.
Ultimately, after a long series of text exchanges, which I still have, and phone conversations, he said, look, take it up with Trump. He's the one who shut down the investigation.
Bring it up to Trump. He shut it down. Interesting. You know, people have their own conspiracy, they have theory, they have idea. I have mine. If I may, I'm going to talk about that. You know, Evander Holyfield, the boxer, in 1997 in the rematch fight, the boxing match against Mike Tyson. There's a ear-biting incident, the famous one. Mike Tyson beat the part of Evander Holyfield ear.
Oh, and some nasty stuff in there. There needs to be a bite over.
You know, in the hospitals, when they want to do the surgery, they want to ensure the patient everything is going to be okay, and they advertise their work. They show two pictures before the surgery, after the surgery. So we're going to have Holyfield's ear before the fight, before the biting, and after the biting. Right? So you can see the difference. And now let's do it with Trump. Before the Butler, Pennsylvania incident, after that. Before the shooting, after the shooting. Okay? You know where I'm going with, right? Both right ear and both same area. So you can say, well, the other side of the ear healed differently than the other part or something. But that was exactly the same area. This exact same area of the ear that was beaten by Mike Tyson exactly was shot by Thomas Crows. So same area, even same ear. So let's see after a few years what happened to the Holyfield ear and what happened to Trump's ear. Interesting. So you see, we voted for transparency, and we thought somebody like Dan Bongino would go and release the Epstein file and go all the way through to drain the swamp and then go fight deep state. And actually, he showed some skills that he could fight the deep state. Look it for yourself.
This is karate, man.
You see, we both with Bruce Lee kicks and Jackie Chan punches. He wanted to fight deep state and drain the swamp. Imagine, what else would we expect from this guy being deputy director of FBI? Should we really expect him to drain the swamp, to release the Epstein files, and also find what was going on in the Butler? Nah, he should go back to the podcast.
Body.
Now going back to the Holyfield incident, his ear. Now let me picture the situation for you, mapping out. So imagine Mike Tyson was biting his ear. And after that, people say, okay, let us test to see if the trace of the beaten part matches with the teeth of the Mike Tyson. Or let us see the text of the Mike Tyson phone, maybe if that was phone over that time, or maybe he had a conversation to see maybe somebody paid him to do that. Maybe he was gambling, like, hey, I bet on Mike Tyson biting Holyfield's ear, something very rare. Let us delve into it. Let us investigate. And Holyfield, not only he shut it down and he looks uninterested to see like what was behind that incident, but also he says, not only I don't want anything with that, but also he goes to the street fight and join Mike Tyson to fight one other boxer, if you know what I'm saying. And he goes even further and he asks for forgiveness for Mike Tysanyahu. We talked about Mike Tyson. Let me tell you something. I remember Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. It reminded me of our presidents. George Bush had many ideas about the healthcare. He came to the office, war with Afghanistan and Iraq. Obama came and said, enough of this war. Let's have better economy and opportunity for everyone. We went again for Libya and Syria. Trump says, enough of that. Let's have America first, make America great again. Let's only focus inside. He came, and again, war with Yemen, Houthis, and Iran. So it makes it look like every president has a plan until they see the APAC in their face. Okay, guys. Now, I'm gonna go practice my skills to be the next Deputy Director of FBI.